Welcome to Behind the Ballot, the podcast show where I interview student and adult level politicians to find out why they're here, what they do, and why did people choose them to be here. Today, I'm interviewing the 2029 class officers of Montgomery High School. Please go around and introduce yourselves.
I'm Neil Patel.
I'm Avian Garia.
I'm Shruti Vankaila.
And I'm Ananya Singh.
All right, let's get on to the first question. The first question is, why did you guys decide to become a class officer?
My sister's a senior right now, and she's a class officer, so she encouraged me to become a class officer. I also thought it was just like a fun thing to do and help out the school.
I think it was a good way to contribute to our class, and I wanted to have like a leadership role during high school. So
I thought it was just like a fun way to like get closer to my class and know everyone better.
Yeah, I was just looking for a new opportunity, and this just sounded like something exciting that I wanted to do.
All right, that's pretty good. So you guys have been class officers for how long now? 6 months?
6 months.
6
Yeah.
months, I think. So from when you guys got elected and from right now, how has the experience been? What did you guys do? What did you guys accomplish?
I think so far, like, our experience is pretty well, at least for me personally. Like, I feel like before, like, when we were doing any event, it would just be like, oh, like, the event's happening, but now we kind of know, like, the minute details of, like, how it's set up, and, like, I feel like it's just so much more to, like, any single event that's being, like, I'm done.
Alright, so I think because right now we're doing an event that's Pair Night Out, and before it was a volleyball tournament that Coach Santa had like prepared since he's done it all the other years. So we didn't really like do much in that other than like advertising. So now that we're like completely playing like the whole event inside and out, I feel like it's much different and like a lot of fun.
I think we've gotten a lot more creative with our fundraiser ideas. Like the volleyball tournament was like a super simple idea. It's been done like basically every year, and this is something like unique that basically only our class has done.
Like Ananya said, it's like different, like kind of running it out, and I kind of understand like what everyone went through before, and like it's like not that easy to just like run any event. So yeah.
So you guys were talking about like the easiness of doing this. Are there any challenges you guys have faced while trying to become a class officer and while you are a class officer right now?
Well, I think a lot of people just like think that we're young and like that we're not like trustworthy. Like a lot of people for their parents night out were like, how do we trust our kids with you? And like we get that, but like we're also like we're teenagers and there's gonna be like teachers around, and just like I think people just think we're young, but we still like have responsibilities to do.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was probably our hardest, like, thing that we had to face.
While getting elected, I think the hardest thing was like making people that like don't really know me well like aware that like I'm responsible and that like I'm like fit for this role, so like they would elect me. And then like during this, I feel like it's like thinking of everything like whenever something goes wrong or like thinking of all the specifics. That's like the hardest part.
I don't think there's really any challenges for me personally besides like before when I got elected. I thought that was gonna be a challenge of like me getting elected to be a class officer.
So you talk about challenges. Were there any strategies you used to overcome any possible challenges you had to become elected?
So I told people that I'd listen to like their ideas, and I like make sure every voice would be heard. And I also gave people Jolly Ranchers when to vote for me.
I feel like people like know me as like a responsible person, so like I feel like it wasn't that hard to like convince people to vote for me, but like just so that they would be like aware that like I'm running.
Yeah, I think when it comes to being elected, it's not really about, like, how you campaign, like, leading up to it, not as much as, like, just, like, the relationships you have with people in the past. Like, if there's people you already know, then you look like, if you've been building a relationship with them, then, like, they're obviously going to vote for you. And I feel like that wasn't, like, a hard part just because I felt like I already knew people who were going to put their trust in me.
Yeah, I think like the biggest thing is like how people view you. It's not like always like the video. Like the video was an important thing, like how we got it, but it was more about how we treated others like through our entire like school career. Because like most of these people that we like voted for are people that we've known for like a long time now.
Yeah, I feel like a big difference between like student government and like actual government is like in government, people mostly vote on you based on like what you're planning to do. But I feel like in student government, it's more of like if they know you and you're like friends.
So you were talking about like real government. So what strategies do you use, all of you guys use, from actual government and putting into the student body government?
I think a big thing that's like similar, it's like a lot of it's not really that similar, but like a big thing is like advertising. Like you see a lot of advertisements in government for like people selling their ideas and like what they want them to do. So like we had our video when we were getting elected, and like during many of our events, we also like post a lot.
Yeah, our only form of advertisement really was like us like promoting us to be a class officer and like posting on Instagram for fundraisers and stuff like that.
I think like the big similarity is the fact that we're literally all voted like through a democratic government, and also like the way we kind of like govern ourselves, I guess, is like democratic.
Or I feel like in a government, like obviously like to people to keep on like voting for you or like have their trust in you, you have to like do things that like they're interested in, and I feel like that's something that we are doing. So yeah.
Also, when I was running, I feel like I had a lot of support, a lot of friends posting funny pictures of me online, telling them to vote for me. So like, I had a lot of support.
So I understand you guys all made a video for the other students to try to convince them to vote for you. How was that video process? The whole making the video. How did that go?
So for me, I like asked a class officer from the class of 2028 about like what they did. I also asked my sister on what like she did, but like hers was different because hers was like Disney theme related since they have a Disney senior trip. So I couldn't really have a theme. Like the core values that are like a part of it were like really similar.
We had to keep our video like super brief because it was only 30 seconds. So I just like talked in a way that would persuade people to like want to vote for me.
Yeah, like Avian said, the video was super short, so we couldn't like do anything funny. So kind of like winged it, just had a random idea.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking about, I like had a video in mind. It was like the night before I had to submit it, and I went to my brother and I was like, "Can you watch it?" And he went like, "Okay, but it's good, but it's nothing like special." And you didn't really talk about anything you want to do that persuades people to vote for you. And then I woke up the next morning when it was due, and I recorded at like 5 a.m. and I was like, I had to redo this, and then I did it, and I got elected. So I'm pretty happy that I did what he said.
What did he say?
He said, because I was more like general about what I want to do, but like he was like, you should be specific about like things you want to accomplish like in your term. So like that's kind of what I did.
All right, that's pretty good. So I understand there were 10 total candidates, including you guys and 5 others. So do you think any of them would have been a good position for this role?
I feel like most of them would have been a good position, but like they probably just didn't like have enough like support to like actually get it and like enough campaigning. And I think like most people already like knew all of us that we would be like responsible and like do the best, so that's why we got elected.
Yeah, they may have not like advertised themselves as well as we did. So that maybe that's why they didn't get elected. But I feel like they could have done a good job at the position.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of other people who were really good, but like I think like me, Neil, and Ani, we all campaigned together. Like we went to like every table, which was like how people even knew we were like running. Like no one really knew about our videos until we told them. So I think that was the main thing.
Yeah, and I feel like I think I might have already talked about this, but like just like knowing people in general, like and like having a good relationship with them, I feel like we all really had that with people in our class, and I feel like people might have been good candidates, but if they didn't have the trust in like their students, then I feel like that's why we got elected.
So speaking of relationships, I know we're missing one. So Arjun is not here, the 5th class officer. What is your relationship with him and yourselves, and how do you guys use that to become better people and better class officers?
Yeah, I would say like when we first got elected, like all 5 of us, I was like kind of skeptical about like how it was gonna work out because I didn't know most of like me and Shruti obviously, but like I didn't know the rest of you guys that well. But I feel like over time, like going to our meetings and like just talking about our ideas, I feel like we got a lot closer, and like I would say we're pretty good friends. So yeah.
Yeah, I knew Avian and Arjun like before this, but I thought it'd be fun to like be friends with Ananya and Shruti and also get close to Coach Santa and Mrs. Rana.
Yeah, I knew Neil and Arjun from earlier, but I think we worked together like really good as a team, and yeah.
I don't think I talked to like Arjun, Neil, and like Avian until like 1st grade, so I haven't talked to them in a while. Since 1st grade. So like I was really nervous, but like obviously I knew Nanya, but like it was good, just like getting a good relationship and talking to new people.
I know you also asked about how this makes us a better person. I feel like just like getting to know new people who I didn't really like know in the past. I feel like that like made me a better person because I feel like more like extroverted. I talk to more people. Yeah.
All right. So I understand you guys are doing different sports, doing different clubs. I know you 3 did Model UN. So how did those experiences and those challenges that you faced in those clubs, how did that help you become a better class officer?
Well, Model UN, it's a lot about like quick thinking and like public speaking, but especially like the quick thinking. Like if something went wrong at like an event or something, like quick thinking to like fix it, or just like even in the planning phase, like just being able to think of like solutions.
What I say?
Just pass it off.
Or you can just, it's about any club you've been in, so yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so I think like Model UN is like a lot about social skills and how you present yourself, and I feel like the skills I learned there really applied because it's like Neil said, like running an event, like if something happens or like if someone makes a mistake or they forget to show up, it's like how you talk to them respectfully but still getting your point across is like something that Mun taught me, and I think is really important, and I think I apply it a lot here.
Yeah, just pretty much what they said.
All right, so do you guys do any sports? And if you do a sport, how did those experiences from the sport help you become a better class officer?
I mean, currently I don't play any sports, but in the past I've played like basketball, for example, and I feel like it's obviously like a team sport, and like I feel like here we work as a team, like we all have to like help each other out, and I feel like that's something that I learned from basketball.
I do soccer right now, and we also have like fundraisers there. So like I like think of those when I'm like thinking of like planning for like fundraisers here.
I have tennis, but that's in like the spring, so I don't really have experience from that yet.
Like Ahania said, I don't really do any sports, but I used to do basketball, and it's like a team sport.
All right, so talking about other people, have there been any significant people that are not in this class officer body that have helped you not only be elected, but helped you get, like how you were talking about your brother helping you? So are there any other people like that helped you become elected?
Well, like obviously, like my parents, like my dad was there to like read my application, and then like my brother was there to watch my video, and he thought my video was too corny at first. But like I was gonna like make like a 6-7 joke, but he told me
Oh.
not
Me
to.
too. I was gonna make that.
So I guess that was helpful because people probably would have laughed at me for that one.
You guys can go.
All right, so my sister's class officer, so she obviously helped me a lot with applying. But like right now, Mrs. Rana and Coach Santa especially, they help us a lot with like everything since it's our first year, and they've had our Coach Santa's had experience, and even though it's Mrs. Rana's first year, she's doing like really well and like helping and supporting us.
My dad,
Keep going.
Keep going.
my brother definitely like encouraged me a lot to become a class officer, and he like helped a lot when I was applying to be one, and he told me what to say in my videos, and it really like helped me a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, like Shruti said, obviously my parents, because like they were there to read my application and everything. But also I feel like every person who voted for me at some point or like volunteered to be part of our event or something like that, they were all like a really big part of like our success as a class, I feel like.
I know you guys were talking about Miss Rana and Coach Santa. So how have they helped you become a better class officer, and have they given you any strategies or to get through this?
Yeah, obviously Coach Santa has been like one of the advisors for a very long time, so he has like a lot of experience, a lot of great ideas, and like stuff that he's done with his past classes. I feel like we can incorporate it. It's like most of like some of the fundraisers we did too were like stuff that he's done in the past. And then Miss Rana, like she's like new, but I feel like she's still like really supportive and really helpful.
Yeah, I feel like they both bring us all together as like class officers and like the bonding and stuff. But also they both like help us deal with like specific problems or just like specifics when we need planning.
Yeah, Coach Santa and Miss Rana, they definitely give us like a lot of good ideas, and whenever we have a problem, they always like resolve it with like a really smart idea.
Like the others said, like Coach Santa and Miss Rana have been super supportive, but I think the most important thing was like that they let us be independent, and like we get to handle this stuff ourselves, and when we need help they're always there. So I think that's like a really good skill that they've taught us, and how to do it by ourselves.
So speaking about helping, so I'm sure you guys know the other class officers from different grades. So have they helped you become, because this is your first year obviously, so have they helped you?
Wait, I do.
So I know my sister from senior year. She obviously helped me get elected, and like when I'm dealing with like certain fundraisers, like we're planning on doing like a PJ's Pancake fundraiser. So that has to deal with like calling restaurants and like specifics like that.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. So then when we're planning to deal with that, I asked my sister on like how they did it and stuff. I also know Kushal from class of 2028, and like he also helped me get elected. Anybody else? Know anyone?
No.
That's cool.
All right, go on.
All right. So, for your next question, what is the funniest thing that's ever happened when you were the student officer?
So I was in Shruti's car with Ananya, and it took like 10 minutes to find the seatbelt because it was like in the depths of like it was like in the depths of like a crack. And it took us like 10 minutes to find it.
Yeah, that's funny.
What? And you guys have any other
Anyone
funny
else?
stories?
Is there anything else?
Wait. Oh, like in drawing a star.
Oh
Oh my god, wait, I got that one. Okay, wait. When like the first time, so we stayed after school once or something, we were making like a poster, and we figured out that Avia does not know how to draw a star. It was so bad. If you can insert picture right now. It's so bad. It's like he cannot draw a star, but it got better. We taught him. That was really fun.
Oh,
Alright,
man.
so like during our volleyball tournament, there's people who had like face paint on, and they were like ready, had like tats. It was basically like tats.
I remember
And
that.
then people like writing crazy stuff on their stomach and stuff. It was really funny.
Wait, I have one.
So during the volleyball fundraiser, me and Ananya had to be like the refs who called the lines in and out, but we didn't know what to do, so I just put it up whenever I wanted
You
to.
did not know how to ref.
And it was like the semifinals one too, and they like started to yell at me because I didn't know what the line, but I just put it up and I felt like and then Ava had to come and like help me. But yeah.
That's pretty funny. All right. So next question: what are you guys' unpopular opinions about MHS?
Some of the vending machines suck.
Okay, so school food apparently sucks, but it doesn't. Like, it's actually not that bad.
The swimming unit was actually kind of fun because we got to
Really?
play pool basketball,
Oh,
and I actually had good people to play with.
I haven't done swimming. Yeah. I don't know how to swim.
Wait,
Just
so, like,
said
you got
swim.
anything? You got anything?
You haven't done swimming yet?
No, I did.
Oh, okay. Alright, what's your
All
next
right. So next question: how have you guys managed your time? Because obviously this is probably pretty time-consuming, and including all your other extracurricular activities and your schoolwork. How did you guys manage your time?
I mean, I feel like Miss Rana and Mr. Sandra are pretty flexible, like what days we meet. So like we kind of just make it manage with our extracurriculars, and sometimes we meet during lunch, which like is a little sad sometimes, but it's okay. But other than that, like the deadlines are kind of like up to us, so it's mostly work that we handle and we assign ourselves, so it's not like terrible.
I don't think being a class officer makes me like really struggle with balancing my time because we really just meet like maybe once a week, or maybe not even during like we might not meet a week or something like that. So it's not that big of a deal with time.
I feel like it could be like a bigger struggle, but I feel like since all of us are pretty much on top of our work and pretty responsible, I feel like that's not really an issue.
I feel like other than meeting every week, like we get most of our work done there, and like the little work that we have left, we have like the whole week to do it, so like it's not that serious.
All right. So next question is: if you could change one thing about a school, like just one thing, anything, even if you don't have the power to do it, what's one thing you would change?
Make the vending machine prices better.
Oh, make the vending machine options better, because have you seen the drinks one? Like, it's so bad. Okay.
It's definitely.
We should get more breaks during classes. Like I think like halfway during some classes we should get breaks.
Yeah,
Like
we
5 minute
have
breaks.
four
I
classes.
can't sit still for 80 minutes.
Like especially for like
Social studies, I need a break.
high posts.
Yeah.
So speaking about your classes, what is your favorite class in the school day?
Mine is definitely Whoosh. I feel like it's just really interesting. World Studies Honors for people who don't know what Whoosh is. Do you have a favorite class?
Mine's probably LA just because of the people in it.
So for your next question, what are you guys' strengths? Please answer for each other. Go in like a circle or something.
Okay. So for Neil, I think he's like extroverted and like good with like people. So yeah, that obviously like helps him.
Avian's good with like the technology part, with like making Google Forms, like managing the spreadsheet, and he's also good with like finding solutions to different problems.
I think Shruti brings up like really good points and she has good ideas for what we're gonna do. as activities?
I think Ananya is like really creative, and she has like she always thinks about like the audience. I feel like she'll think about like our volunteers and like how they're feeling about the fundraisers.
Okay, so this is a question for yourselves now. So only for yourself. What weaknesses do you think that you might have that yourself, and how do you guys overcome this when becoming class officer?
I feel like one for me is like I get hyper fixated on like an idea really like quickly. I'll think of one really good idea and I'll be like, oh my god, like this is amazing, like we have to do this. But I feel like I need to be more open with like what we do.
I think I overthink problems too much when it comes to like fundraisers. So if there's a problem with like a low chance of happening, I overthink it a lot and like think, what if this happens or something like that.
Yeah, probably the same thing. I like overthink like the problems. I overthink like what's gonna happen when we like do this or do that.
Like Ananya said, I'm like a little impulsive. Like I just get like a bunch of ideas and I want to like do everything, and I like just get a little hyper.
So I know this is your first year being a student officer, but this is probably not your first leadership position. So did you guys have any past leadership positions that have helped you become a better class officer?
So on the middle school team and then also my club team, I was the soccer team captain. I feel like it just helps me like know like what people want, so like I can like accommodate that.
I feel like one thing was like I'm a part of our orchestra program at MHS, so I feel like at one point I was like the section leader of like the second violin. So I feel like kind of like when we were practicing or something like that, like together, I feel like getting everybody together and like thinking about all the ideas or different ways we could play something, like I feel like that's helpful in like working in a team like now.
For me, like I volunteer in a nonprofit and I'm like the director. So, like along with two other people, I lead our chapter.
That's So now we're going to a rapid fire segment. So what I'm gonna do is put the mic in the middle, and then I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna ask probably like a funny question, but something like that, just a question, and whoever picks up the mic first answers first, and then so out of the also Arjun too, out of you five, who's most likely to be late to meetings?
Actually, Arjun, because he always has like band has to leave early.
Yeah.
Okay. So out of you five, who's the most positive in the group?
Who picks up the mic? I think probably Shruti. Actually, yeah.
I think we're all equally negative, honestly. It's like,
The question about positive, bro. Positive.
Wait, is it the point that
Okay, that's
talks?
No.
no.
Wait, yeah.
Okay.
Also, Mrs. Rana is really positive.
Yeah.
Alright, so he was talking about negativity. So who's the most negative in the group?
Like I said, we're all equal.
Alright.
Alright. So, what is your favorite music artist?
PND.
Drake.
Tate McRae.
Tate McRae.
Can you specify who PND is for the people who don't know?
Party next door.
It's fine. Alright, let's do
What
the
about you?
outro. Oh. Why'd you say that?
Sorry.
I'm not the interviewee.
I'm
Okay.
just curious.
I'm not gonna think about it.
It can't be that hard, bro.
It is me. It's either,
Boy with you.
yo, that's like 4 years ago. You still dragging it. It's either
Wait, I don't really have
Daniel
favorite
Caesar or
artists.
Drake. Daniel Caesar, Loki. Daniel Caesar. Alright. Who's most likely to set 10 alarms and still be late to the meetings?
Arjun.
What you gonna say it so fast?
Or Avia.
How?
Because that's just something you would do. It's like you always forget things and repeat them.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Who's the most likely to survive purely off coffee?
Shruti. Definitely Shruti. I swear she has Celsius every single day.
Alright, bro. So, who's most likely to laugh at the worst possible moment? Like, just come burst out laughing.
all of us.
Yeah, all of us.
Why?
Because you can see throughout the podcast.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you for watching the first official episode of Behind the Ballot. Thank you to our guests here, the 2029 class officers. Do you guys have anything to say before we get off?
Thank you for listening.
Shout out Adwait.
Go follow our Instagram page at MontyClass2029.
Thanks, Adwit.
Yay!
All right.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.